Hello, good day, beautiful people. I am the Inspirational Lady Noble 365 Tarot. Welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you will love this vibe, and everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This could be past, present, or future, you or someone around you. So take what resonates and leave the rest with someone else. This is a general read. This is not a personal read. If you like a personal read, check out the description below, and I'll be happy to assist you with doing so. Keep in mind that tarot is a tool. It is not the final rule. So it is a good idea to have an empty cup when you are on Lady Noble's channel and you really want to see what's up. Okay. All are welcome here and all contributions are highly appreciated. Okay. We're starting with earth energy. You could have earth placement somewhere in your chart. You could sun, moon, or rising, or any placement. You could be a Virgo. Okay. I'm picking up Virgo energy very heavy here. But we have the Princess of Coins here. And this energy here is speaking of you having some kind of fortune or wealth, but starting at the root. Like the root chakra, starting at the beginning, being the initiator of some kind of wealth or fortune collective. So you could be the one who is chosen to come through your bloodline or your lineage to create some kind of fortune or break some kind of generational curse or pattern of lack mentality, of lackful thinking. You could be the one who is chosen to bring this into fruition. Okay, so even if you are someone, you may be saying, even if you're separated from your family, maybe you have a dysfunctional connection, or the family, you consider them to be dysfunctional. I'm picking up that energy, and you may be saying, yeah, but I don't deal with them, they're this and that. You still are, that is still your family, and whether you choose to love them from a distance or love them up close and personal, it still does not exempt you from being chosen. You may have experience, feeling like you were the black sheep throughout your family and your upbringing. You always felt that something was odd, that you were very different. Maybe you were unaware, or you had no one to teach you these things about who you are, how to step into your purpose, your discernment, and being wise, learn about energy and how to step into your awareness. But as you have matured and grown into an adult, you have gained lots of more wisdom, spirit is saying. And so I'm picking up for some of you, you have separated yourself. You're not dealing with family at this time, and some of you are. But whether you are in close connection or not, you are still chosen. So that is for someone who needs to hear it. Just because you're not in communication with your family doesn't mean that you aren't chosen, or there's nothing in this reading for you. There's something here for you, because this is confirmation, the whole idea of you being here listening to this message. And so you're starting at the root. You could be the first person as well to take up some kind of skill, some kind of hobby. You could be the first one to complete high school. Yes, they have families where, you may be the first one to graduate high school. You may be the first one to complete college. You could be the first one to be an entrepreneur. Okay, you could be the first one to become a world-renowned celebrity, or the first one to get into the industry. Okay, this could apply to many areas. Okay, you could also be someone who has established and created, I would say, entrepreneurship, but also created a skill or a hobby that has turned into a stream of income and has made it possible for you to provide for yourself. And this could be something as simple as someone who does landscaping. Okay, maybe you're someone who just started off maybe just cutting your neighbor's grass, or maybe cutting a friend's lawn, helping someone out, and word got around, and before you know it, you have a clientele. And even though the seasons change, okay, you're not cutting the grass, now they want you to shovel the snow. And when the fall comes, now they want you to rake the leaves. What I'm saying, saying basically, even something as simple as being a landscaper could be something very abundant that is making you very abundant and prosperous at this time. So you could be a self-starter, someone who also knows how to teach yourself. Maybe you've taught yourself a lot of different skills, a lot of different trades, and you're the first one. You're the initiator in your bloodline, in your lineage, to do this. To be independent as well. I'm picking up on the energy. You're the first one to be independent. Maybe you have a family or you're from a family that's accustomed to maybe living with each other in one household. Maybe you're the first one to branch off and say, you know what? Yeah, family is cool, but I kind of want my own privacy. I really want to experience being independent and self-efficient. So maybe you're the first to buy your own home and step out on faith and experience life independently from your family. So this can apply to many areas, okay? And the next card we have here is the magician. So with the magician energy here, the fact that you are the first one, people are looking at you, and wondering, how did you go from here all the way up to here? How did you manage to become successful overnight, overnight. Yeah. And now that's no coincidence that I said now. Okay. You could be recently stepping into this power or this fortune or this energy. People are very shocked though, especially your family members, people who have watched you grow up and mature from a child into an adult. They are wondering. It feels like magic, Spirit is saying. With Beth here, it feels like magic, the magician energy here. The Mercury energy is here, and this rules the third and the sixth house, and that Virgo energy is the sixth house. And yeah, I'm picking up heavy Virgo energy here for some of you here. But people could just be talking and wondering, like, wow, how did they do it? Because they're watching you, collective, do something that they never thought that they could do. They're also watching you become successful when some of these people have considered themselves to be not capable of achieving their goals or their dreams. Maybe you are from a impoverished neighborhood, or maybe you are from the hood or the projects, or however people want to refer to it, but you didn't allow it to stop you. You managed to persevere and jump over every hurdle that was thrown in your way. You were very observant of your surroundings and your upbringing. And now this doesn't mean that, your family didn't love you or care about you. Just means that you recognize that you were different and unique. And so in this message, Spirit is saying you are different and unique. You are the chosen one. You are chosen to, one of your purposes, just one of your divine purpose is to come and break some kind of generational curse or some kind of pattern in your lineage, and you're the initiator. With the root chakra here, you're the initiator of breaking this pattern. So this could be something that is new, like I said, and it could feel very new to you. You could say, you could be saying to yourself, yes, I am the first millionaire in my family, or I'm the first wealthy person. I'll just say wealthy person, okay? We won't tell your business unless they look at this read, and maybe you're managing that as we speak, as I just said now. There's no coincidence I said now. So you're stepping into this abundance and this prosperity, and things are going pretty well for you. Things are going very well for you. I'm also picking up you're very mindful. You're not boasting, you're not bragging. To be mindful of who you share your business with. You understand about how to protect yourself as well. So you're not blabbing, you're not a chatty patty about what's going on in your life. And Spirit is saying, keep it that way, especially when it comes to your finances. People see that you are successful, but when it comes to your finances, collective, continue to keep that confidential. It's nobody business how many commas you got in the bank, okay? That's for someone here. Well, that's for all of you. And so the Virgo, 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 Virgo. Oh, the earth energy here. Virgo again. Okay. Oh my. Okay. Look here. The nine of coins, this is being financially secure. Oh, wow. This is a beautiful read here. This is being financially secure. Here we go again. Oh, y'all are getting to the bag. Okay, money, 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 money. Okay, you're getting to the bag. It's it's nothing for you right now. And also, you're being mindful because you understand that there are people who are also going through hardships, and you don't want anyone's eyes getting big over what they may suspect you can do for them. Those thirsty folks. Coins, coins. We're starting off with coins, coins, and the magician energy here. So Virgo, earth placements. Congratulations, congratulations. um yeah, clearly, this is just quite beautiful and magical here for you. Let me move it up here so I have more room. um but yes, continue to be mindful. Keep your business to yourself. There are some thirsty people out there. There are some desperate people out there. Yes, they see you are successful, but they don't need to know what your income is, and your bank account information. Keep all those things private and confidential. And also, Spirit is saying, do not have survivor's remorse. You don't have to feel like you owe anyone anything, or you feel indebted to them, because you have chosen to do the work. You are someone who has chosen to step out on faith and be persistent, and it's paying off for you. And the fun fact about when you're working on progress, people are quick to mock you, make fun of you, tell you that's nothing, nobody's listened to you. Oh, you think you're a know-it-all, you think you're smart, but when you make it over that hump, they're the first ones with their hand out. Or also, I'm picking up, someone is claiming you. Someone could be, maybe you are on social media, or maybe you are on television, or you could be into music. Maybe you're on the radio, your music's playing. But someone who knows you, either a past associate or family member who you're not in contact with, you have chosen to love this person from a distance and no longer socialize for whatever reason. This person is actually going around claiming you. Now, back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all up on me. Back then they did. Okay, that kind of energy. When you were in your building phase, there were many people talking a lot of ish behind your back and in your face, trying to minimize your efforts of trying to succeed or work on this craft, this skill, this gift, this hobby, whatever this is for you. But I'm picking up, someone is actually that you do not even deal with, claiming you. They're going around, they could be saying, that's my brother, that's my sister, or that's my daughter, or that's my friend, or I used to date them, kind of energy. And that's funny. That's funny. That's for some of you out there. The same people who tried to tear you down, and I'm even picking up, some of these people talked about you so bad and slandered your name so bad that people are actually looking at them like, okay, we know they related to you, and what, you were just bashing this person. So they're making themselves look cray cray. Actually, Spirit is saying they are making themselves look cray cray. Like, really, they're making themselves look crazy. Let's get the what's the T oracle here. Yeah, they're making themselves look crazy after trying to talk about you, slander your character, belittle you, tell you what you're doing isn't about nothing. I'm hearing someone say, oh, you think you're smart. Oh, who do you think you are? You're not a teacher. I'm hearing all kind of things, okay? But these same people are watching and monitoring you. If you are on social media, if you are on television, maybe you're doing something in the public eye or something socially, yes. Yeah. Sleeping princess, unmotivated, procrastinating, and putting things off. Okay. So these same people, who try to tear you down, these are people who are unmotivated, and they are procrastinators. But the idea that you have chosen to do the reciprocal, as I said earlier, you are someone who's also have chosen to branch off. Maybe you have a family that's accustomed to staying close knit, and everyone living in the same neighborhood or the same house, and never distancing themselves or branching out to explore. And you have chosen out of the entire family to be the one to do something different. Okay. So they chose to sit still and remain unmotivated, and saying, "Oh, I'll do it tomorrow," you began to build, and you stayed consistently building and working towards this progress. Every moment that they were gossiping about you behind your back, slandering your character, maybe mocking you in your face, collaborating with other people, maybe trolling your social media, watching you from fake accounts, criticizing things that you create. Okay. And now it's taking off for you. I'm even picking up someone who could have some kind of catering business. And maybe when you first started and you were making your samples and passing them out, or you were advertising and putting your flyers and business cards in different locations, there were people who were looking at you and saying, "Oh, that'll never work." But these are the same people who are standing in line and they're on your website trying to place an order. Look at God. Yeah. See, frenemy, fake friends, two-faced hidden mentions. You see, fake friends. Yeah, these same people. They want to be involved. They want to be connected, but these are the same ones who chose to, have no respect for you or what you were building or creating. Lots of jealousy and envious energy here. Family, friends. I'm even picking up ex-lovers, maybe people whom you dated in your past, people whom you've grown up with. They always thought that you would be where you always were. When they last saw you, you're not in that space or place right now, spiritually or emotionally. Maybe you were down on your luck when they last saw you. Maybe you were homeless. I'm picking that up, and you're not anymore. And I'm also picking up that you were going through something. Maybe you were homeless, and these people just hunched their shoulders, and didn't offer a hand to help you. And you were maybe needing help and trying to ask, but no one wanted to help you. And you didn't hold this against them. You continued to just keep your head up high, and you did what you had to do, whether that was going to a shelter, whether that was sleeping in your car, whatever you had to do to make it. But I'm picking up you are no longer in that situation. And these same people are looking with their mouths open, and they're very shocked because they thought that you would always be collective where you last was when they last spoke to you or when they had access to you. Okay. Yep. Yeah. And so maybe there was a time where you were living out of your shadow side, where you were turning up all the time. It says party animals, smexual, Uggs, alcohol, okay, indulging in surface pleasures, okay. So maybe there was a time when you were living out of your shadow side. It happens to everyone. Maybe you were indulging in vices, heavy drinking, smoking, partying, and you no longer do these things. Maybe you stopped drinking. Maybe you're not into the party life. Maybe you've overcome that era of your life. So a lot has changed with you, and it's for the positive, okay? You have changed so much and done so much work that people know this, but they won't say it. They won't compliment you on it. But collective, you need to know that it shows. And no one's going to tell you this because that's the kind of world we live in. People feel that if they light your candle, it'll blow out their flame. People actually feel that way. If I light the collective's candle, it just might blow out my flame. So rather than me lighting their candle, which you don't need it, I'm pretty sure you're not looking for it. They're not going to compliment you or say it. You can often also have people staring at you as well. So the changes that you have made, it is showing. Your healing and your progress is showing. I'm hearing even in your skin, your skin could be brighter, could be clearer. There's a lot of things changing with your body image. You could be working on weight loss. You could be someone who likes to work out as well. And so you're changing a lot of things. You're fighting sobriety. Some of you may be celibate as well. So you're working on a whole lot of things, a lot of beautiful things, and they're positive. And so the more you progress, it's like you're expanding. Your aura is expanding and opportunities are expanding for you. You're gaining more and more access to the life that you desire. Things are getting easier and easier. Where some people, we all live different lives, maybe going through some things at this time. But honestly, not to brag, but I must brag, collective got it going on right now. Collective got it going on right now. It's all in the read. It's all right here. But you've worked for this. You've earned it. You've endured much. You've endured a lot that I'm not even saying because it's too much for the tube and you. But you've endured a lot, and you really deserve whoever you are, this abundance, this love, this peace, this prosperity. You deserve it. You deserve it. hmm And I'm picking up that you have built yourself all by your lonesome. You've done this all by yourself. Very beautiful. Very beautiful. hmm Yeah. It says key player, important person, playing an essential role. Okay. Irreplaceable. So this is like one of the people who was tearing you down while you were in your building phase. They realize, especially since you're no longer around collective, that you are irreplaceable. Your energy is being missed, very much so. There are many people who are missing you, even the haters who slander you. They're missing your aura, they're missing your presence. But make sure that you continue to move forward and not look back. These people have nothing new to say. They were the naysayers. Leave them in the basket with the naysayers, okay? Leave them there, okay? Because most likely, when you were around these people, especially when I picked up someone was homeless and no one wanted to help them, they laughed at them and mocked them. These are people who likely, while you were around them, they were using you for your energy. You were being used in many ways, and you were unaware of it at the time. So there's no sense to return because these are people who just want to have access to see if they can use you and take advantage of you as they did in the past. Okay. Spiritual narcissist, spirituality egotistic, superiority complex. Yes. This could possibly been a parental figure. This could have been cousins, siblings, friends, ex-lovers, okay, people you dated. Okay, these are narcissists, okay? Control freaks, people who want to utilize you and siphon your energy. And you could have, while you were around them, experience having hardships for yourself, but witness the people around you having good luck and favor. That's because they were siphoning your energy and your light, and they were reaping from just you being around collective. You're that powerful. And they know that. Mm-hmm. 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 So these are people, who are likely, if you were to return to these people, they would likely try to get even, get Steven. They may put on a fake smile like they're happy to see you. But sooner or later, like I mentioned in another read, I believe yesterday or it was today, be mindful because when you return to people that you cut ties with, okay, they will unleash their resentment on you. They'll put on a fake smile, pretend like they miss you. Some people will even utilize children. If you have children, oh, I want to see the kids and it's not fair. They'll try to pull on your heartstrings to make you soften up and feel sorry for them. But you have to be strong and leave those ties severed because they will unleash their resentment on you and it'll come out of nowhere. There are people who are waiting to throw hands with you. Some are happy for you, and there are many who are very jealous and envious of you, collective. Family, friends, okay, etc. They want to get their claws on you. They want to create some kind of false conflict or false narrative. And so this is not to project fear. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. But they're that jealous and they're that envious of the progress that you have made that they want you to be in their presence so that they can create some kind of confrontation or create a false argument where they can get you off your square, get you upset, get you screaming, shouting, emotional, maybe videotape you, take some pictures of you and say, see, look at the collective. I told you they're not kind. Look at the collective. I told you they're not spiritual. They're not healed. Yeah. Yeah. They're that jealous and insecure within themselves. Yes. They're angry because you have chosen to make progress in your life. They have a lot of hostility and animosity. Okay. Yeah. And you have moved on. It says, my boo, official status, exclusive relationship, seeing each other openly. Okay. And this could also be an ex-lover, who wants to wish that they could get their hands on you and be violent with you because they understand and they see and they feel that you have moved on. You don't have to be in contact with people. Energetically, they can feel you moving on. And once you create a soul tie with a person, that connection is there unless you do the work to sever it. And it can be done, but very few will do the work to sever that tie. Okay. So they feel you moving forward, if you were likely to return to this ex-lover, this is someone who assumed that you would eventually come back. And it's been many years, maybe 3, 4 years, maybe 5 years, and you haven't returned. And this person is just hearing about you or could be watching you, or you could have a friend in common with this person, an associate who socializes with them and goes back to them reporting what you're doing and what's going on in your personal life. That's for some of you, but you've moved on. Okay. You have new interests, friendship and a love connection as well. Okay. Yeah. And this could be also someone who once maybe body shamed you, tried to break your spirit. Okay. Tried to make you feel as if you weren't handsome or beautiful enough, male or female, wanted you to be insecure because they relied on your insecurity in order for them to feel superior. That's a narcissist. In order for them to feel superior, they relied on you being insecure. So when you were with this person, they would do things to break your spirit. It was on purpose. It was intentional, whether it was cheating, whether it was not coming home, whether it was just, talking to other men or women in your face, just being flat out rude and bold and inconsiderate. Yeah. I'm hearing hang to dry. They left you hanging many of days. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, very jealous, and they're feeling salty, very jealous. Okay. Yeah. And so this comes up repetitively, but it is what it is. I must deliver the message. The jealousy comes up a lot, but unfortunately, this is the world that we live in. People don't like to see people being happy. This is just what it is. this is just, this is just what it is. They don't like it. How dare you go heal yourself? How dare you be brave? How dare you pour into yourself? And they want to fight you over it. Ridiculous. But continue to be high vibing, okay? Living to the fullest. Keep enjoying life. Having haters is a part of progress, and any successful person will tell you that. So I don't want to say grow accustomed to it, but get used to it. Spirit wants you to stay focused and not allow these people to distract you, because the goal is to try to get you upset, as I mentioned earlier, and to distract you, get you to the point where you're unable to focus, where you're unable to stay spiritually connected, and you come all out of your frame and off of your square. And so stay high vibing, focus on the love, people, places, and things that inspire you, collective, that makes you happy. There's no need to give any of these naysayers or these negative Nancy's or these petty labels any of your attention. Because that's all it is. Unhappy people just want a reaction. As I always mention, and it's time to mention it again, you can tell. Doesn't matter who you are. Collective, you can always tell if a person loves themselves, if they love themselves, and if they have a life, all you have to do is just watch and observe. You can always tell if a person loves themselves or if they have a life. Oftentimes, the troublemakers, the haters, the jealous people, the insecure, the weak ones, the low vibrational ones, these are people that are flunkies. These are people who wish they were first choice, but maybe their entire life they've always felt like they were the last choice. These are people who are likely to be third, fourth parties voluntarily. These are people who are likely to be flunkies, somebody's flunky monkey. They don't have a life of their own and they're a gopher. They go for whatever. They're a gopher. They go for whatever. So those kind of people are often the people that keeps up, the toxicity, keeps up the drama, always frowning, unhappy and angry with someone, or always trying to create some kind of turmoil. These are flunky monkeys, these are gophers, people who go for anything, people who are likely to click up and link up with others just because those other people feel like they feel. They feel they have nothing to live for. And so people will act out and demonstrate. People will show whether they love themselves or they have anything, that they care about, that they have a life. Just observe. It's so easy to find out who's who, within minutes or seconds of a person's conversation. You can pretty much tell where they are in their mental faculty. So, this message here is just saying for you to keep moving forward. It's part of the progress. It's part of it. You're going to have these haters. You're going to have jealous people. They're actually your confirmation that you are worthy of having their attention, which means they're giving you their time, which is very valuable. We can all agree. Your time here on planet Earth is your currency. It's very valuable. And so when people want to take their time to give you their time, their space, and their energy by mentioning you, by trying to provoke you, this means that you are actually important. And I'm not being sarcastic. That's actually what it means, that you hold that much importance to them. That you're on their mind and they're thinking about you. You're on their minds, you're on their hearts. And for some of you, you're in their dreams. Some of these people dream about you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They don't know what it is. They're shook. Look, they're shook. They may look like this. They may look like this. This may be their photo. This might this might let you know who it is. This could be their snapshot. This could be their go ahead. Come on. Oh, woo wee. Mm. These are people who are likely to want to have something on you. Like I said, be careful. They want to get you into a confrontation so they can videotape you, screenshot you. They may be surfing social media to look for something on you. It says revealing secrets, cats out the bag, untrustworthy, okay? Looking for something to try to sabotage. And I'm picking up they're becoming hopeless because there is nothing to find. I'm really picking up that some of y'all haters look just like this. I cannot. I cannot. I cannot. Oh, shoot. Woo. Oh, boy. Ooh. They watching you like, oh, they still doing it. They ain't changed yet. Wait till I get my phone. I can't believe the collective is still at it. Oh my Continue to have zero ucks, okay? Disregard. Continue to be unfazed and carefree. Continue to be unfazed and carefree whenever you know this person. Oh, shit. Continue to be unfazed, collective. It's part of the progress. It just is what it is. And really, it seems like a hater would be embarrassed to let someone know that they're jealous or envious, but they're not. They're not. They're not. It seems like they would be humiliated or ashamed. Like you're letting somebody know that you're jealous of them, and you're letting somebody know that you're fixated on them. You have a fixation. You're so hyper focused on another human being. Like, wow. As fast as the days go from morning to night, from the moment you close your eyes, it's the next day like that. It's amazing after all that has occurred within the last, I'm just going to say 6 years here on planet Earth, that people have still not learned how precious life is and how we all should be wise and utilize our time in a wise way, in the best way that we can. There's no time, in my opinion, maybe I could be wrong, to really be overly concerned with other people. It's none of my business what anybody is doing. It's out of my control. But to wake up each and every day hyper focused on trying to project negative energy or wishing someone harm or just not being happy. You don't even have to be happy for them, but being angry because someone is not doing terrible is a very special situation. It takes a lot. It takes a lot. And that's amazing. So much has occurred in the last 6 years. And it seems like if you were here this past 6 years to see what's going on around the world, worldwide, it seemed like it would humble people and make them want to pause and like calm down with the ish, calm down with the BS, calm down. But no, these people are allowing, I guess, those dark energy attachments to control them and activate them when necessary. But there's nothing to be phased or worry about. Stay focused on yourself and make sure that you're only giving your currency, aka your time, to people, places, and things that are supportive and conducive to your well being. Later.